Welcome to List It Live, where we give you a guided tour of San Diego's hottest homes for sale. And today we're with Sean Caddell. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you too. You have this beautiful, beautiful sprawling acreage home. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a 61-acre horse park called Copper Meadows. It's super rare in Southern California to be somewhat coastal, a half hour from the beach, and have a property with 61 acres with dressage courts and with jumping and with a 3-day eventing track. So it's really wonderful. This property here is USEA and USEF approved for horse shows. So there have been many, many horse shows and clinics and people that are trying out for the Olympics that have competed at this property.
That's amazing.
And so people were really excited to have something like this, and they wanted to stay as an equestrian, hopefully, property for perpetuity. So here we are.
That's so pretty. Look at that space.
And one of the nice things is there's a full-size dressage court, there's jumping courts, there's some with lights. So for people, regardless of their discipline, there's something for everybody here. And it's nice because in the 3-day eventing, they're doing all 3 disciplines. And so to have access to a 1.5-mile track around it, as well as all these different arenas, it's awesome.
It's really pretty.
This right here is the 34 acres, which is the 3-day eventing field. And there's water jumps and hills and all kinds of different elements to make the course super competitive and difficult. And then there's a 1.5-mile track around it for just letting your horse warm up and get some freedom, which is pretty rare because most of the equestrian properties in Southern California, somewhat coastal, there's nowhere really to let the horses like go and free rein and just be out there with nature like this. And there are 48 stalls at this particular farm, but it's approved for horse shows. So when you have that permit, we can have over 200 people competing at horse shows and or coming in for clinics. So it's really versatile. Someone can run their business out of here, but then also open it up for much greater, larger events. And it's rare to have that type of permit.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
It comes with all the amenities like the equicizers, heated wash racks. We have parking and electricity for like 10 RVs. So it's really self-contained, and it can be as little or as big as you want in terms of what you want to do with the property. And that's just another aerial of some of the arenas. They're huge. And so to have that much flat space is really unique as well, because most of the properties we see in San Diego, at least North County, San Diego, and or surrounding parts, it's not all flat. So it's even with 61 acres, you don't necessarily have 61 acres of land to use. And in addition to what we have here, there's also a home that's adjacent to the property that could be for sale, as well as a couple additional lots.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is. Oh, there's the water. Okay.
Yep. So it's really nice to have just access to the water and the hills, and like it's really like a cross-country course, and you don't see that much out here. You see this more in the back east, like Virginia and other parts like that, where the sport is a little bit bigger than here. So for Southern California, this is like a gem.
Wow, this is really amazing property. I'm thinking about all the people that I know that would just feel so lucky to have a property like this. Like you said, it's very rare you find something like this in San Diego. The fact that 61 acres of flat usable land, you don't find that anymore.
Nowhere. And it's nice that this part of Ramona is all flat. It's before you get to the really steep grade. So there's several different exits out. People always worry about that. Like, how can I get my horses out if there's some type of natural, like a fire or something like that? So there's all these different routes to get out of Ramona where this park is located, and it's super close to town and the restaurants. So to have this big piece, but super accessible, is like almost impossible to find.
I love that you can hold events there. There's an event this weekend in Lakeside for, I think for barrel racing, I believe. So interesting that people probably will be out there looking at it this weekend if they can get a private showing with you.
Yes, please call.
Okay, all right, perfect. So this beautiful, gigantic, enormous property on 61 acres at 641 Montecito Way in Ramona. You won't find anything like it. Listed at $4.949. You need to reach out to Sean because this is a very unique property. You're going to spend a lot of time there going through all the different things that this property has. I mean, it's endless. We could probably sit and talk for an hour about all the different things that this property.
Yeah, we could. I mean, there's so many different amenities. I try to just go over the highlights to see what kind of interest that we can generate and have people call. But literally, like, the list is huge.
Yeah, and my brain goes to how many businesses you can run out of this and keep a cash flow coming in and help you take care of that payment, because there's just endless options.
Correct.
More than just the permitting that it has already for events. There's so many things you could do.
And it took years to accumulate all these different lots. So there's several different lots. And of course, we want this to remain a horse park.
Right.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
But for someone buying it, maybe their end game is, we're going to operate this for 10 to 15 years. It has also development opportunities too, because it's zoned A70. So there's a lot of different homes and different things. And I think something ideal if someone's like kind of done with running the events and doing that is develop a little equestrian community around the equestrian center, which would be
I love that.
over the top wonderful here.
And I think our community in East County and Ramona still needs the equestrian
Absolutely.
asset. So I love it. So if you are interested in this property, you need to reach out to Sean directly. His phone number is on the screen. Private showings only. Sean, thank you so much for bringing this to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.